Hey everybody, thank you for being here. Today I wanted to share with you the Bill of Rights for South Dakota. And before I start, I came in peace. I am doing this for my own safety and the safety of my children and my family. And I'm doing this because I have a free will. And before anybody can say anything, it says no trespassing. Okay? Hi. Today I would like to introduce myself. Capital letter is that me. The lower letter I is me. Okay? I, lowercase, with a colon, capital letter J, ENALYN dash MATUTE colon, space, capital letter C, ABANAG, I, Jeneline Matute Cabanag, do attest that I am a tangible, biological woman. I am over the age of 18, of a sound mind. I am doing this video, and it is done of my own free consent. I, lowercase I, attest that my testimony is true, correct, complete, and not misleading to the best of my knowledge. My autograph is under penalty of perjury. It's copyrighted. This video can be shared to anybody who doesn't know their human rights, or they have been violated, they've been harassed. So this is my declaration of my human rights from the South Dakota Bill of Rights. Article number 6, Bill of Rights. And I want to share it with you guys, and I am making this video with the sound of my voice in front of everybody. My energy signature is attached with this video. It can be shared with anybody, but can be shared with its fullness. So, let's start. Bill of Rights. Number 1, inherent rights. It means all men are born equally free and independent and have a certain inherent rights, among which are those of enjoying and defending life and liberty, of acquiring and protecting property, and the pursuit of happiness. To secure these rights, governments are instituted among men, deriving their just powers from the consent of the governed. That is your inherent rights. That is my inherent rights. Number 2, due process, right to work. No person shall be deprived of life, liberty, or property without due process of law. The right of person to work shall not be denied or abridged on account of membership or non-membership in any labor union or labor organization. You have the right to work. I have the right to work. Number 3, freedom of religion. Support of religion prohibited. The right to worship God according to the dictates of conscience shall never be infringed. No person shall be denied any civil or political right privilege, or position on account of his religious opinions. But the liberty of conscience hereby secured shall not be so construed as to excuse licentiousness, the invasion of the rights of others, or justify practices inconsistent with the peace or safety of the state. No person shall be compelled to attend or support any ministry or place of worship against his consent, nor shall preference be given by law to any religious establishment or mode of worship. No money or property of the state shall be given or appropriated for the benefit of any sectarian or religious society or institution. That is the freedom of religion. Number 4, right of petition and peaceable assembly. The right of petition and of the people peaceably to assemble, to consult for the common good, and make known their opinions shall never be abridged. Number 5, freedom of speech. Truth as defense. Jury trial. Every person may freely speak, write, and publish, and all subjects being responsible for the abuse of the right. In all trials for libel, both civil and criminal, the truth, when published with good motives and for justifiable ends, shall be a sufficient defense. The jury shall have the right to determine the fact and the law under the direction of the court. Your freedom of speech. Use it in good. Number 6, jury trial. Reduced jury, 3/4 both. The right of trial by jury shall remain inviolate and shall extend to all cases at law without regard to the amount of controversy. But the legislature may provide for a jury of less than 12 in any court, not a court of record, and for the decision of civil cases by 3/4 of the jury in any court. Number 7. Number 7, guys. Number 7. Rights of accused. In all criminal prosecutions, the accused shall have the right to defend in person and by counsel, to demand the nature and cause of the accusation against him, to have a copy thereof, to meet the witness against him face to face, to have compulsory process served by obtaining witness in his behalf, and to a speedy public trial by an impartial jury of the county or district in which the offense is alleged to have been committed. I wanted to express something regarding this number 7, the rights of the accused. Most of the time, when people get arrested, they take you to jail, and they either, if you cannot afford a lawyer, they give you a lawyer or you ask for it. And then what happens is that most of the time they make a plea bargain with you, and because you're afraid to go to jail or pay fines or whatever you're afraid of, they sense this fear from you, and they intimidate you to plea for something that doesn't feel right, or something that you may have done or not done. And so never ever ever plea guilty for something that doesn't feel right, or if you know you're not guilty, fight for it. Fight for your freedom. You have the right. Okay? You have to make sure they have a jurisdiction over you guys. Number 8, bail, right to bail. Okay? It says here, Habeas corpus. All persons shall be All person shall be bailable by sufficient sureties, except for capital offenses when proof is evident or presumption great. Okay, it says here presumption. You can. The privilege of the writ of right to bail or habeas corpus shall not be suspended unless when in case of rebellion or invasion the public safety may require it. Number 9, self-incrimination, or they call it the double jeopardy. No person shall be compelled in any criminal case to give evidence against oneself or be twice put in jeopardy for the same offense. Number 10, indictment or information, modification or abolishment of grand jury. No person shall be held for criminal offense unless on the presentment or indictment of a grand jury or information of the public prosecutor, except in cases of impeachment. In cases cognizable by county courts, by justices of the peace, and in case arising in the Army and Navy or in the militia, when in actual service, in time of war or public danger, provided that the grand jury may be modified or abolished by law. Number 11, search and seizure. The right of the people to be secure in their person, houses, papers, and effects against unreasonable searches and seizures shall not be violated. Not be violated. Remember that, guys. And no warrant shall issue but upon probable cause supported by affidavit, particularly describing the place to be searched and the person or thing to be seized. Okay? They can't just go in your house and take something and use it as evidence, or if they've taken you to court already, to jail already, and they come back to your house and ask someone to go in and take a picture without your permission, that's trespassing. Okay, that is invasion of your property. It's like a violation. They violated you. Okay. Number 12. We're still on the Bill of Rights for South Dakota. I am in South Dakota, guys. I am an inhabitant of South Dakota. And we are on number 12. Ex post facto laws. Impairment of contract obligation, privilege, or immunity. No ex post facto law or law impairing the obligation of contracts or making any irrevocable grant of privilege, franchise, or immunity shall be passed. Number 13. Private property not taken without just compensation, benefit to owner, fee in highways. Private property shall not be taken for public use or damage without just compensation, which will be determined according to the legal procedure established by the legislature and according to number 6 of this article or this Bill of Rights. No benefit which may accrue to the owner as the result of an improvement made by any private corporation shall be considered in fixing the compensation for property taken or damaged. The fee of land taken for railroad tracks or other highways shall remain in such owners, subject to the use for which it is taken. They can't just take something from you if it belongs to you, you know. Number 14, resident aliens' property rights. No distinction shall ever be made by law between resident aliens and citizens in reference to the possession, enjoyment, or descent of property. That's deep. So you have no right if you are not, I mean, this is my understanding, okay, guys? It says here, you have no distinction shall ever be made by law between resident aliens and citizens in reference to the possession, enjoyment, or descent of property. And so what if you are a what do you call this, naturalized citizen, or if you are it's, from my understanding, correct me guys if this is wrong, if you are a resident alien. We are all resident alien on this planet Earth, aren't we? I mean, okay, so let's say there's a Filipino girl or whoever, Filipino, Cambodian, Taiwanese, Mexican, Japanese, people from Turkey, Russian, or Laotian, or Native American. So if we are all in America, every nations are all in America, and they say, okay, we're gonna deport you, and you Filipinos go back to Philippines, you Laotians go back to Laos, Vietnamese go back to Vietnam, and then English people go back to United Kingdom or wherever that is, or if you're from Russia, Russian people go back to Russia. And so what happens to the rest? Will you say, hey, American Indian, go back to America? You know what I'm saying? So I don't understand properly how I cannot get it. I mean, we're all a child of God, aren't we? And we belong. We have the right to be here. So number 15, imprisonment for debt. No person shall be imprisoned for debt arising out of or founded upon a contract. I mean, America is already in debt, isn't it? Number 16, military subordinate to civil power, quartering of soldiers. The military shall be in strict subordination to the civil power. No soldier in time of peace shall be quartered in any house without consent of the owner, nor in time of war except in the manner prescribed by law. So this is like when the soldiers are like in your house, if there's a war or something like that. I think it's something like that. Correct me guys if I'm wrong. I'm just reading this and expressing my thoughts and my understanding regarding this. And if I am wrong, correct me. But do not prosecute me. Okay? Don't shoot the messenger. Number 18. Oh, number 17. I'm sorry, guys. I skipped that one. Taxation without consent, uniformity. No tax or duty shall be imposed without the consent of the people or their representatives in the legislature, and all taxation shall be equal and uniform. There. Number 18, equal privileges or immunities. No law shall be passed granting to any citizen, class of citizens, or corporation privileges or immunities, which upon the same terms shall not equally belong to all citizens or corporation. With S. There. Equal privileges. Fair. Be fair. If you have no jurisdiction over the people or a business or whatever, okay, whatever, however your standing is, they have no jurisdiction, okay? Equal privileges. They can't. Police, they're supposed to be peace officers. You know, they're not here to judge us because only God can judge us. Number 19, free and equal elections, right to suffrage, soldier voting. Elections shall be free and equal, and no power, civil or military, shall at any time interfere to prevent the free exercise of right of suffrage. Soldiers in time of war may vote at their post of duty in or out of the state under regulations to be prescribed by the legislature. There. But if you're a felon, you can vote. There. Number 20. Courts open remedy for injury. I love this part. This part, I want justice. I want to see truth and justice on number 20. Court open remedy for injury. All courts shall be open, and every man for an injury done him in his property, person, or reputation shall have a remedy by due course of law and right and justice, administered without denial or delay. Okay. Have you been hurt? Have you got hurt by someone? Or by the state, by the court, by the people, whatever? You have the right for remedy. Don't let them have the power over you and just step all over you, you know? You are a child of God, remember that. And you wear the, you know, you are a child of God, and you have the right for remedy. Number 21, suspension of laws prohibited. No power of suspending laws shall be exercised unless by the legislature or its authority. Who is in authority? God is in authority. Number 22, attainder by legislature prohibited. No person shall be obtained. No person shall be attainted of treason or felony by the legislature. This is deep. Okay, guys. Next time I'll go with the syntax and the meanings of these words, the legalese. Number 23, excessive bail or fines, cruel punishments. Excessive bail shall not be required. Excessive fines imposed, nor cruel punishment inflicted. I wanted to say something about this. What is excessive? Okay, excessive is the amount of money that they can charge someone when they get thrown in jail. For example, you committed a crime and they throw you in jail and you stay there, but you are suffering, you're already broke, you don't have anything, you are jobless, and then they put you to jail and you don't have any money or you don't have any family or anything like that. Then what happens if you can't bail yourself? You're stuck in there, you're stuck in jail, and once you're stuck in there and you're waiting for miracle to come, you're waiting for money to come or someone to help you to come and bail you out. What if you have no family, you have no money, and you're already going through a lot, you know? And this is what I don't understand about excessive bails or fines, you know? For some reason, what if you have children, young children waiting for you and you can't bail yourself out, you know? What kind of justice is that? What kind of fairness do you get in there? Nothing, you know. Excessive fines You know, even I remembered I've been in jail once, and there was this girl, and she was crying and crying. She's like a native girl, and she's nice. We talked, and for some reason it's they're so worried of getting out of there because they don't have any money to bail themselves out. I mean, I don't understand how things are the way they are, and I am asking God to enlighten me and you know, Jesus, be my counselor and guide me and show me and make me understand through Holy Spirit. And a lot of people are in jail that they cannot get out because of these fines. I mean, they're so much. I mean, too much money, you know. Anyways, that's my share for that, number 23. Number 24, right to bear arms. The right of the citizen to bear arms in defense of themselves and the state shall not be denied. There. You are not denied to have a gun. That's what it says. Number 25, treason. Treason against the state shall consist only in levying war against it, or in adhering to its enemies, or in giving them aid and comfort. No person shall be convicted of treason unless on the testimony of 2 witnesses to the same overt act or confession in open court. There. If you guys want to understand your rights, okay, as a child of God, okay, go to your state website and print the Bill of Rights, because it's there, you know. You never know when you're gonna need them. So I print mine for my right, for my children's right, and my family's right, you know, because we all have the right to defend ourselves and our families, as long as you're not hurting anybody, you know. Number 26, power inherent in people. Alteration in form of government, inseparable part of union. All political power is inherent in the people, and all free government is founded on their authority, and is instituted for their equal protection and benefit. And they have the right in lawful and constituted methods to alter or reform their forms of government in such manner as they may think proper. And the state of South Dakota is an inseparable part of the American Union, and the Constitution of the United States is the supreme law of the land. Okay? That's what it says. Let me read that again. And the state of South Dakota is an inseparable part of the American Union, and the Constitution of the United States is the supreme law of the land. So, your state constitution, your Bill of Rights, your is the highest. Supreme is the highest law. Okay, the highest law of the land. So, they are the highest, the throne. Next, maintenance of free government. Fundamental principles. The blessings of a free government can only be maintained by a firm adherence to justice, moderation, temperance, frugality, and virtue, and by frequent recurrence to fundamental principles. Number 28. Right to vote by secret ballots. The rights of individuals to vote by secret ballot are fundamental. If any state or federal law requires or permits an election for public office, for any initiative or referendum, or for any designation or authorization of employee representation, the right of any individual to vote by secret ballot shall be guaranteed. Yeah, If you're a felon, you can vote. Number 29. That's not my rule, guys. I'm just telling you guys. Number 29. Rights of crime victim. Are you a victim? Have you been victimized? This is your rights. These are your rights, I mean. A victim shall have the following rights beginning at the time of victimization. The right to due process and to be treated with fairness and respect for the victim's dignity. The right to be free from intimidation, harassment, and abuse. Number 3, the right to be reasonably protected from the accused and any person acting on behalf of the accused. The right to have the safety and welfare of the victim and the victim's family considered when setting bail or making release decisions. Number 5, the right to prevent the disclosure of information or records that could be used to locate or harass the victim or the victim's family, or which could disclose a confidential or privileged information about the victim, and to be notified of any request for such information or records. Number 6, the right to privacy, which includes the right to refuse an interview, deposition, or other discovery request, and to set reasonable conditions on the conduct of any such interaction to which the victims consent. Number 7, the right to reasonable, accurate, and timely notice of, and to be present at, all proceeding involving the criminal or delinquent conduct. I think that's it. Up to 29. The conduct. Yep, that's it. I think I didn't print it. Okay, guys. So, the Bill of Rights, Article number 6 for South Dakota. Number 1 is your inherent rights. Number 2, due process, right to work. Your number 3 is freedom of religion. Number 4 is your right of petition and peaceable assembly. Number 5, freedom of speech. Voice out. Stand up for your truth. Okay. Number 6, jury trial. Reduced jury. And number 7, rights of accused. Okay. This is when you can ask for the truth, or you can go in front of the judge and you want to hear or see your accuser, you know. Number 8, right to bail. Yeah, bail. Isn't it funny? Because money is, there is no, it says here, this money is there for something to pay your debt or whatever. There's money is not, is that dollar bill backed with gold? You know, can you take that dollar bill and go to the bank and cash it with gold? Will they allow you? So I'll give you something to think about that. Okay, guys? Number 9, self-incrimination, double jeopardy. Number 10, indictment of information. Number 11, search and seizure. Number 12, number 12, ex post facto laws, impairment of contract and obligations, privilege or immunity. Number 13, private property not taken without just compensation, benefits to owner, free in highways. Number 14, resident aliens property rights. Number 15, imprisonment for debt. Can you get imprisoned for debt? Can they put you to jail when you owe money? Think about that. Number 16, guys. Military subordinate to civil power, quartering of soldiers. Number 17, taxation without consent, uniformity. Number 18, equal privileges of immunities. Number 19, free and equal elections, right of suffrage, a soldier voting. Are you a soldier? Can you vote? Or are you a felon? Can you vote? Number 20, courts open, remedy for injury. If you've injured someone, you have to have like a mediator. When we wrong someone or people treat us differently or wrong, God has the right to forgive us, and God always forgives. So if you go in front of the judge and you plead your case, does the judge listens with his ears or with his eyes, or with how does the judge judge us in court? Think of that. Okay, guys? Because I know. You know. We all know how. So, use your discernment. Hmm. 21, suspension of laws, prohibited. Number 22, attainder by legislature, prohibited. Number 23, excessive bails or fines. Number 24, right to bear arms. Number 25, treason. There you go, treason. Number 26, power inherent in people. Alteration in form of government, inseparable part of the union. Number 27, maintenance of free government, fundamental principles. 28, right to vote by secret ballot. Number 29, right of crime victim. There you go, guys. There are 29 Bill of Rights that you can claim. You know, it's there for you. Use it. If you feel violated, you feel harassed, or you feel like justice wasn't served, or you're being treated differently, use these rights. You know, they're there for a reason. They're there for us to use. Don't let anybody step on you and walk all over you, because you are a child of God. I am a child of God. I have the right to be on earth. This is my home too, you know. So don't let anybody trespass you. I started putting this no trespassing on my door, on my walls. I go anywhere with this, and I'm planning to put this in my car, my van, whatever, because these days, I don't know. I am doing this video because I wanted to reach out to those who has been violated, who has been manipulated, harassed. I was watching a video of a guy somewhere in South Dakota, and he was arrested, and he was explaining, and the cop just said, "They're around." And then the guy said, I don't know, you guys have to watch it. I'll share with you guys the link. But it just feels wrong, you know, when people go through things like this, and we see it happening before our very eyes. And sometimes it happens to us, to other people, to our family, to our loved ones. And when we feel that something is very wrong, and we don't act upon it and do something about it, and we stay in silence, and silence is the killer, okay? We need to speak up and claim our rights, because we are a child of God and we have the right. I am doing this video because there are some incidents in my life lately that I felt very violated. And when we go through circumstances in our lives, they don't listen to us in court. They don't care about your feelings. They don't care about your story. They are not there to be your psychologist or your doctor or whatever. They are there for the money. Okay? They are there because of the dollar bill, because of the money, of how they're gonna milk on you, or how they're gonna have you pay, and how they're gonna squeeze the hell out of you while you're still alive. Okay? And my advice to a lot of people out there is that if you get thrown in jail, you know, or before you even get arrested, just shut up and don't say anything. The only reason these people in the government, the certified police officer that gives you the ticket, the only time he has the right to give you that ticket is when you start talking, you start opening your mouth, and you just gave him or her, the officer, the jurisdiction, you know, the dominion over you, because you opened your mouth. And the next time you get pulled over or they come to your house, don't open the door. Let them knock. You know, it's your right. If they come inside, and if they come in with no warrant of arrest, with no probable cause, and no whatever, don't let them come in. You know, you have the right to defend yourself inside your house, you know. What else am I gonna say? The police officer, okay, in South Dakota, all those codes that they give you are not laws. The South Dakota codified laws are not laws. Okay? They are codes. They are meant to be hidden from you, and don't know what it means because they are codes. You know? And that's, if you don't know what it means, and they didn't give you the explanation of what it is, you know, who are they trying to fool? You, me, and all these people that doesn't know anything about the law. I came about this information and this knowledge, and I've gained so much wisdom through the help of a friend of mine, and I am forever grateful, because over the last few years, you know, even when you're trying to be a good human being, a good child, you obey the rules, you obey the law, you're righteous, you just avoid people. But then sometimes they come into you and you make a mistake. We're all human beings. We make mistakes. We're not perfect, you know. We're trying to get there. Be like Jesus, you know. That's the reason why we're here on earth. And I know I made this video for a reason. I've been searching online and I don't see a lot of stuff for South Dakota. But when people are just too afraid to talk, afraid to voice out or share whatever happened in their life. I used to be like that, but I am no longer afraid. I am not afraid, you know. God is with me. God is with us. God is with you. And I claim every promise He has for me and for you and for the rest of those who have been victimized. You know? It's sad that when you call upon these officers to mediate for you and to be the peace officers, you know, but instead of helping you to get up, they are helping you to get down, deep down the rabbit hole. And I hope that somebody is listening for this. Somebody is gonna come across with this video. Because it's time. It's time to come out of our shells. It's time to speak up. It's time to fight for our rights, for our freedom, for our speech, for our... It's time for breakthrough. Whatever they have taken from us, God is restoring everything we've lost. Do your due diligence, guys. And it's very, very sad and disheartening, knowing fully when you wake up and everything around you is just corrupt, you know? Where is love? Where is love? Where is peace? Where is compassion? Where is justice? Where is truth? Where is God in your hearts? We are all one. Whatever you do to other, you're doing it to yourself. Tell me, have you been victimized? Have you been hurt? Has something been taken away from you? Have you been judged without due process? Have you been hurt so badly that no matter how hard you try to get up, but they're pulling you down? This is my part for the Bill of Rights, guys, and I feel so strongly, and I am calling in the presence of our ancestors, our spirit guides, our angels, God, Jesus, Holy Spirit, and all those people victimized, known or unknown. I call forth everyone to come help me. Help me with the purest intent in my heart that we want to see truth and justice prevail to those who have been victimized. Open the door, guys. God is knocking. Jesus is knocking on your door. Open it. Don't be afraid. And when the cop is knocking on your door, don't open it. It's the devil. Don't open it. I pray that this video will get to those people who are fighting so hard this fight in the court. You cannot fight it without Jesus. Fire that lawyer, fire that attorney, get Jesus as your counsel, because these lawyers, these attorneys, they are not licensed. They are not for you. They're not there for you to be your counsel. They are not there for you. I am not generalizing, but from my experience, they are all the same. People are created equal. Lawyers or attorneys are not. And it's weird because I seen that logo or tagline somewhere. I leave you in peace. And I hope that you find it in your heart to take counsel through Jesus Christ and take your case in heaven's court. Start there. Dig deeper inside you guys. And if you want to get a hold of me, contact me, leave me a message on YouTube. And let's help each other. Let's help each other. Maybe we can do something about this. You know, if you've been hurt, you've been separated by your children, you've been accused, pull that courage inside of you. It's there. It's been sitting there. It's there. It's sitting there. Don't let it sit, that courage inside of you, waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting. When you are summoned to go to court, it is your chance to open up the doors and the floodgates of heaven. It is your chance to remove what the devil has on you. And remember, no matter what you did, if you repent and you ask for forgiveness, what happens? You run to the Father God as a child, and God, the Father, will open His arms for us because we are His children, and He will never ever forsake us. Just like when you're a parent, no matter how bad your child is, or no matter how tough the situation or whatever you're going through in life, okay guys, we don't turn we don't turn our backs on our children. We don't. That's not what parents do. So let's run to God and let's give it all to Jesus. Let's give all these burdens, this pain, this accusation, this hurts, this financial burden that they put on us, and let's give it to God. We can't fight this battle alone. Ask for that help. There is help. So whoever is going through something in court, I pray with all my heart that you will discern, hear, see, smell, taste everything that is not seen or seen in that court. Don't play that game don't play this game that they play in court. Play your own game. Be in your own court. Okay? Take back the power. And I urge everybody who's watching me, let's work together. Let's do this. For God's sakes. Thank you for watching. I leave you in peace.